Welcome to Papa Junk Shop. Well, I took my solar panels off the roof. Gonna put them in that fourth row up back like I mentioned in my other video. And the third row I put onto my old charge controller because it was good for 100 amps. And these panels won't be quite as potent, so I'm gonna go with a 60 amp one. Looked through a bunch of them and looking for a bargain, so I wound up with this one. And I hadn't seen very many, well, hadn't seen any video reviews, and there was a few reviews about it, and you don't really get a lot of information. And it looked very similar to the Top Bull one that I put on my little system, but they don't have one for 48 volts and 60 amps. So this is kind of a generic thing. There's no actually brand name on the box. It's, you know, bargain brand. Let's hope it works good. Sure is colorful. And we get some mounting screws, user's manual, nothing fancy here. Got a couple of fans on the top side. Pretty nice heatsink, pretty thick. There's no fanciness to be had. It's just your connections in and out, no USBs or communications or nothing, which is good, I think. Can't have trouble with it if it's not there. So, well, gonna hook it up. I don't have my other stuff ready yet, so gonna hook it up on a little 12-volt system out there, just to make sure it works and everything. But before they do that, I'm going to pull some screws out of her and we'll see if she looks any good inside. Be right back when I get it apart. Okay, there was 6 screws holding the plastic cover on. It's nice they give you some long enough leads you can work with it. And the circuit board looks like it's got that coating over it. And it's the LCD screen which plugs in. They got goop on all the connections. Got some capacitors here that aren't really mounted too great. I think if it was going to be in a mobile situation that this might be an issue. For me it's not going to bother because it's going to be mounted on the wall. 60 amp controller. We got 3 40 amp fuses for safety. This seems a little bit much to me. The soldering looks okay. And it is MPPT because we have the inductors there and they are fastened down. You know, the heatsink's pretty heavy. And I can see screws here holding MOSFETs down through the circuit board. I guess generally, you know, looks alright. Circuit board looks, it's not real chintzy looking. So, we're not going to get into it too much here. That's just a general look. Thought somebody might be interested. I'm going to go hook her up quickly on the 12-volt system just to make sure it functions. And then eventually we will put it on the 48-volt system, and it should be pretty close to maxed out. So, oh yeah, and I looked at the manual a little bit, and It's got to be one of the forced translated things I've ever seen. Good thing they got some pictures there. And it's almost funny to read it. Go get her hooked up. I got her hooked up on my little 12-volt system just to make sure it works. I don't have any solar going into it right now. As you can see, it's showing the nighttime by the moon there. Let me hook some solar up. Okay, we got a picture of the sun. The display's pretty nice, actually. Okay, we got the blinky arrow. So we're starting to charge. "65 volts on the input." Oh. 25 amps. Didn't take long. This might be like my top bulb. When it gets to 20 amps, the fans come on whether it's hot or not. We got about 6 amps approximately coming in. It's not exactly sunny. 21.6 out. And the thing is really easy to work with too. You just push this and hold it, and you'll see goes to this screen, and this will be blinking, and this is where you can pick what you want. I'll probably use the user setting, so we do that, we hit set, then it'll go up here and you can pick your voltage. Just leave it at 13.8 for now, and then when you're done you just hit that and it's set. Now, I'll show you the spec sheet out of the user's manual because I didn't tell you any of the ratings. It is 60 amp and it's 12, 24, 36, 48 volt. I'm pretty sure it's a 160 volt max input. So, seems to function alright. I'm going to leave it run for a bit. See how it acts. Well, I got my 4th row added. Those are the ones that were on the garage roof. Wander up and show you. Same mounting system. Tilts. And this one has my homebrew combiner box, which has the same components in it as the Watton ones. And I've got the controller installed. It has been on for a few days now. Of course, we had that hurricane thing, and this is the first day we've had any sun to speak of. And it's that kind of a day. You know, it's not clear, but most certainly is a lot better than what we've had. So go down to the garage and look at the controller. Okay, there it is mounted. I come in here with my number 4 and switch it into some stuff that's a little more flexible. I think it's the number 6. And that goes up to this box, which has the input disconnect and output disconnect. And that's the controller. And I have shut off all my other solar inputs and letting this one run its self, doing all of it just because I want to see how she does with nothing else helping it. And we're using what, 700 and around 800 watts, and the batteries are 78% and they're charging. So looks like we're coming in with what, around 75 volts and putting out 30 amps. So there's 2,110 watts worth of panels on it, and there's 10 panels there, so I had it wired 2 in parallel and 5 sets combined, and it just didn't seem like it was putting out what it oughta. So I went back up and I reconfigured it for 3 in series and 3 parallels. So I got one panel up there sitting there doing nothing, but it definitely improved the output. The voltage, I think when it's all charged and the thing is, you know, not charging, the PV voltage is right around 100 volts or a couple volts over maybe. Now that it's loaded down to what, 76? So it seems like it's doing okay. We're running, what, 44 degrees. And of course the fans are on and they blow down. So 44, 45 degrees. And the temperature probably 68 or 70 degrees here. So the reason I don't have a cover on that yet is because I'm going to let it do some heat cycles for a week or so, and I'll pull these covers back off too, and I'll double check all the connections because they all always seem to settle. So I'll go ahead and do that. So far seems to be doing okay. Like I say, it was a bargain generic brand. Time will tell. I'll try to keep you updated on it. So, you know, if you enjoyed this one, don't forget to give me the thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe if you want to see more of this kind of stuff. And thanks for watching. See you next time.